So, Saurabh, there's a
Yeah,
great story about a bike wheel. You have to tell this story about the bike wheel.
I think uh, I was very hungry, and I do think that as a child, I missed having somebody to tell me more about art or, in general, more about other things in life than just the things we do at school, which is usually for us very academically focused. So I would use any little inspiration if I saw a banner or a poster and had a picture of a potter or wheel. I did not know at the time what pottery really is. I saw the pots and to carry the water. They were just made in a factory. I didn't know who made them. So this was first time, I think I was in the third or the fourth grade. We had this black and white TV with this potter's wheel advertisement from the government. I think they were talking about farmers and artisans, how to support them better. And I saw this very little glimpse of somebody making something on a wheel, and I could figure it out. Like, it's some sort of clay-like material that's being formed with water. But my access to clay was the backyard clay. I had never known that there was something else, but there was a material that I was aware of, which was plaster of Paris. And since the potter's wheel material looked like white, I thought it was plaster of Paris. I was so sure. So I ran to the store, got a bag of plaster of Paris, and I'm so jazzed up. It's like I'm gonna make this beautiful pottery, whatever those things were to me at the time. But now I don't have a wheel, so I think this is how my brain works. If I want to solve a problem, somehow I'm able to connect things that might not necessarily be obvious to my mother or dad, but I would think that this will be a good way to try. So I had this old rusted bicycle of my brother in the backyard, and I fixed it by applying a plywood to the back of the wheel, and I paid my pocket money for a week to my cousin to turn the wheel so that the back rear wheel turns while he's turning the paddles. And I think I tried to make pottery on top of that with plaster of Paris, which was a disaster. The plaster of Paris went flying around the house and the backyard. But I knew that it was me who was doing it wrong. It was not the materials, it was not the technique, it was my skill level. So I returned to it every day after coming back from school. But it was a disaster after disaster for many days.
How long did it take
I
for you
think
to?
so. Then I learned other. Indians are resourceful. They don't like to waste materials. One, we don't have access to it, and supplies are expensive. So I learned how else could I manipulate plaster of Paris by delaying its time, by adding cornstarch or anything. So I gave that a try. When that didn't work, I just started making sculptures out of it instead. But after a number of years, you know, then I finally got to the wheel itself and just had the skill to build some pottery that I thought was beautiful.